Tonight, let's speak with Mr. Ayuba Waba, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, who joins us from Kaduna. Thank you so much, President of the Labour Congress, Mr. Waba, for joining us tonight. You've been declared wanted, and you've been advised to report to the police or report to the government. Have you done any of that?
Well, thank you very much, Akin. I want to thank you for this opportunity. Let me say clearly that the governor lacks power under the Constitution, under the Trade Union Act, and even under the Miscellaneous Act he's quoting, to declare any offender wanted. I say so because under the Nigerian Constitution and Trade Union Act, the NLC and trade unions have a fundamental right, one, to protest, to strike, lockouts, assemble peacefully, especially in such a situation where workers are sacked in large number without respecting the provision of Section 20 of the Labour Act. Section 20 of the Labour Act prescribes clearly that before any employer or government contemplates redundancy or sack of workers, first, the unions shall be notified of one, the reason, two, the scope, and three, there must be a discussion to put the facts on the table. I want to put it to you that this provision has been violated. And therefore, if there is anybody that is supposed to be brought before the law, is the governor that has violated the sanctity of our labor law. So clearly speaking, in fact, today, the event of today, which you are saying, he came to the NEPA roundabout, we were there. In fact, the distance between where he was and where we are addressing the workers, because we are almost completed the rally for the day, we are taking prayers and maybe announcements. He came and entered the office. We learned he climbed up to see the crowd, and later the talks, higher talks, don't say counter protest, higher talk. And don't forget that in the morning, as early as 6 o'clock, I gave all the security agencies information about that government have higher talks. The contractor to those talks is Alhaji Hassan Goska from Hayam Banki in Kao, who is a car dealer, and we have it on clips. We have shared the clips with all the security agencies. I called all the offices this morning of security operatives in Kaduna and gave them this information before the talks came. They came
Mr. Waba,
because of our number.
So hello, I would like to ask, just a moment, Mr. Waba. All right.
It's important you hear this. They came to try to attack the workers, throwing stones. We apprehended 2, handed over to the police. And Nemesis caught up with them. As those at the back of them were throwing stones, and our workers were following them. They hit one of them with a stone, and he fell down on the spot and died. So clearly speaking, the police, I think, must have taken the cops. And you can see and find out that these are higher talks. Our protests have been peaceful. NLC is known and trade unions for peaceful protests. And that's why every member has a cap, has a shirt, has a tag indicating his union that he came from. This is very sad. I can say that clearly, this is a crude abuse of power. And therefore, clearly speaking, the issue is an issue that we will follow up to the latter, because such a crude abuse of power cannot be allowed to go unchecked. If not, then we are gravitating through anarchy
quickly,
and also making sure that people are just thrown out of their jobs.